Okay, just like my partner said, teacher tenure protects teachers from being fired from personal, political, or any other non-work related reasons. Sometimes even before teacher tenure was put into action, even teachers that became pregnant were fired. It prohibits school districts from firing experienced teachers to hire less experienced teachers and less expensive teachers, which is another reason why a lot of school districts want to get rid of teacher tenure so they can cut the cost down on what they pay their employers. Teacher tenure protects teachers from being fired for teaching unpopular, controversial, or any other controversial curricula, such as the book that my partner mentioned. Removing teacher tenure would reduce innovation in teaching, which means if teacher tenure was removed and abolished, then all new teachers wouldn't have that incentive to try to make something new, teach with new methods. They would be too afraid to lose their job, so they just want to stick to the actual curricula and try their best to just stay with the standardized test. Former California Teacher Association President Barbara Kerr said, "Teachers are afraid to try new, innovative things if they are scared to lose their jobs." The opponents talked about complacency and how teachers would be lazy to try new things because they feel they already have their job. But the most recent data that they mentioned was from 2010. As of 2012, they cracked down on teacher tenure and made it more strict. In a New York Times article, the New Jersey governor, Mr. Christie, said that good teachers will do very well under this new system for teacher tenure. They say teachers who fail to earn high ratings by their mentor will have their tenure revoked unless improvement is showed. So now with the new system, teachers need 4 years to be able to apply for teacher tenure, and their application could be rejected even if they have a good evaluation. They're all assigned a mentor teacher. And they also complain about the cost of fire an employee. Well, the cost of fire an employee was originally, altogether for teacher tenure was originally $100,000, and that was back in 2010. Now, as of 2012, it costs about $7,500, which is a big budget cut. And they also complain about the length, which would take sometimes years before, which now takes up about 150 days for the teachers that were fired to try to fight for their position back and try to go to court. For complacency, the length, and the cost of fire, the most recent data that they all suggested was from 2010 and before that. And the existence of inadequate teachers should not be blamed on teacher tenure. It should be blamed on the administration for having poor judgment for hiring those teachers in the first place, and also for accepting their application for teacher tenure. If teacher tenure is abolished, then underfunding and overcrowding that exists in the education system today will still persist, and if not, get worse. Teacher tenure allows teachers to advocate on behalf of the students and disagree openly with schools and the district's administration without having the fear of being fired for what they say or how they feel. Teacher tenure also encourages the selection of qualified and effective teachers, so that way the administration knows that if they hire a good teacher, then they're going to have that teacher for a long time due to teacher tenure. But if teacher tenure is abolished altogether, then they're not gonna worry about that because it doesn't matter, they can fire them if they feel like it, just for pretty much whatever reason. There's also another method from a New York Times article. It's called the value-added method, and it measures teachers independently on how they influence their students' performance on standardized tests. And this is viewed under the 4-year probational period for when they're applying to get their teacher tenure. Most teachers, when they are hired, actually perform well enough not to get fired prior to applying for tenure, so they should either get it, or if they make a mistake, then they can be fired right then and there. If teacher tenure is abolished, then they will be more vulnerable to being fired for small reasons that today with teacher tenure do not really carry much importance, but after, if it is abolished, then it will carry still little to no importance, but it'd be important enough to fire that teacher. And as of 2012, only 55% of teachers eligible for tenure received it.